Hello everyone, Mr. Cyan Smoover here. There are lots of items in Minecraft that players have generally deemed useless. However, when it comes to speedrunning, it almost seems like the roles are reversed. Diamond tools take way too long to obtain to be useful, so here are the top 10 items that are actually much more useful in speedruns. Number 10. Conduits. Crafting a conduit is an extreme endgame goal for most casual Minecraft players. You have to find 8 nautilus shells, which can only be obtained from about 1 in 10 drowns. I rarely ever see them used and are mostly just a flex item. However, in the All Advancements category, the conduit is required in order to get the achievement How Did We Get Here, which requires you to have all effects at the same time. One of those effects is conduit power, and thus the conduit must be crafted in order to finish the run. Number 9. Poisonous foods. I grouped these together since they have about the same usefulness in normal gameplay, which is about none. However, the All Advancements category requires you to eat one of every edible food item. That includes the 2 aforementioned items, poison potatoes and pufferfish, making them also required to complete a run. Number 8. Fish. A normal Minecraft player will have very few real use cases for fish, and will only really need them sparingly in small quantities. However, the advancement A Complete Catalog requires you to tame one of every type of cat. Given that there are 11 types of cats, you're likely going to need a lot of fish to tame all of them. Number 7. Golden items. These items in particular are quite rare and or expensive for a casual Minecraft player, but while they won't generally get much usage in normal gameplay, these items can all be used for one important thing, distracting piglins. Not only that, but they're possible to loot from ruined portal chests, making a random piece of golden horse armor actually worth more than it appears at first glance. That weighted pressure plate might actually save your life. Number 6. Suspicious Stew. This item is generally intended to be a mystery for normal audiences. They can be found in shipwrecks and sold by villagers, with both places yielding an unpredictable effect. However, these stews can actually be manually crafted individually. The specific stew corresponding to the saturation effect only requires the ingredients of a normal mushroom stew plus a dandelion. Given that dandelions are very common in the overworld, these can make for a great food source given that you find some stray mushrooms in the nether. Now that we're halfway through the list, I'd like to list some honorable mentions. These are all items which, while very useful in speedruns, are generally equally as useful in normal gameplay given that you know these tricks. A boat can be used to sail the ocean, but it can also prevent any fall damage taken when riding off a cliff. Golden carrots are the best food in the game, and can be found spawning naturally in ruined portal chests. Ender pearls, while required to beat the game, can also be used for quick transport. Generally you wouldn't use them for this unless you've set up an enderman farm in the end, but speedrunners use them even before that since they can be obtained from piglin trades. Bone blocks can be a quick source of bone meal, but if you happen to have a fossil spawn in your world's 0-0 nether chunk, then it can actually be used to pinpoint the nearest stronghold within a few hundred blocks. Doors make great entrances to houses, but they can also be used to replenish air underwater, allowing for a quick in and out of an ocean monument or a portal to the nether. And now, back to the top 5. Number 5. Hay bales. These items have very little actual usage in normal gameplay, and generally have little reason to be manually crafted. But if a speedrunner stumbles upon a plains village with some hay bales around, crafting it into bread will feed them for the rest of the run. Number 4. String. Usually considered annoying stray drops from spiders, speedrunners actually loot their string from piglins and bastion chests. In a pinch, they can also break the cobwebs in the stronghold library. All of this is to generate the amount of wool required to craft enough beds to defeat the ender dragon. And on that note, number 3. Crying Obsidian. While normal obsidian has a handful of use cases including the all-important portal to the nether and an enchantment table, crying obsidian is generally just used for decoration. However, it does actually have a blast resistance equivalent to that of obsidian, which is very high. This makes it a great candidate for building the platform for the final fight against the ender dragon. Given that crying obsidian can be obtained from piglin trades and runners generally accrue some during the run, it can in a pinch replace any extra obsidian that may have been needed for a portal. Number 2. Fence gate. Fence gates are your low-tier animal pen entrance, but Minecraft veterans know that a better entry to their farm only requires a piece of carpet. That leaves fence gates as purely cosmetic. However, as with the aforementioned door, fence gate can be used to create one block of air underwater, which can be just enough to make a portal out of 2 adjacent magma blocks. And lastly, number 1. Golden tools. It's generally agreed upon that golden tools are never worth their cost. They break far too quickly for the amount of time spent gathering the gold to be worth it. However, in speedrunning, where the most important thing is time, golden tools are a blessing. Ruined portal chests can house a host of enchanted golden tools. If you find a pick, it'll save you some time mining around the bastion. An axe will give you some quick wooden planks to build with. A hoe might enable you to traverse a crimson forest a bit easier. You can even find a golden sword enchanted with looting, which will speed up the blaze rod collection process tremendously. And, on top of all of that, if you find a piece of golden armor, you won't have to worry about any piglins attacking you. Well, until you mine their gold, that is. And those are my top 10 useless items that are actually pretty useful in Minecraft speedrunning. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below, and thanks for watching. Have a good one, everybody.